Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 5. Chapter 5 is entitled The Meeting of Nanda Maharaj and Vasudeva. Text number 15. Nando Maha Manaha Tebhyo Nando Maha Manastebhyo Nando Maha Manastebhyo Vaso Alankara Go Dhanam Vaso Alankara Go Dhanam Vaso Alankara Go Dhanam Suta Magadha Vandibhyo Sutamagada Vandibhyo Ye Anye Vidyopajivinaha Ye Nye Vidyopajivinaha Yenye vidyopajivinaha Nando Mahamanastebhyo Vasolankara Godhanam Sutamagadhavandibhyo Yenye vidyopajivinaha. Nando Mahamanastebhyo Solankara Godhanam Sutamagadhavandibhyo Yenye Vidyopajivinaha. Nando Mahamanastebhyo Asolankara Godhanam Uttamagadan Vandibhyo To Mahamanastebhyo Ulankara Godhanam Nandaha, Maharaj Nanda, Mahamanaha, who among the cowherd men was the greatest of all upright persons. Tebhyaha, unto the cowherd men, vasaha, clothing, alankara, ornaments, godhanam, and cows, Sutamagadavandibhya, Sutamagadavandibhyaha, unto the Sutas, the professional reciters of old histories, the Magadhas, the professional reciters of the histories of royal dynasties, and the Vandis, general singers of prayers. Ye anye, as well as others, Vidya upajivinaha, who were continuing their livelihood on the basis of educational qualifications. Taihi, with whatever, kamaihi, improvements of desire. That is the next verse. So I'll read the next verse by myself and then we'll repeat the translation of the two verses, because two verses are given together. 16th verse. Taistai kamair adinatma yathochitam apujayat vishnoraradhanarthaya swaputrasyodayaya cha. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So I am reading the translation of two verses, 15th and 16th verses. The great-minded Maharaj Nanda gave clothing, ornaments and cows in charity to the cowherd men in order to please Lord Vishnu. And thus he improved the condition of his own son in all respects. He distributed charity to the Sutas, the Magadhas, the Vandis, and men of all other professions according to their educational qualifications and satisfied everyone's desires. Please repeat this translation after me. The great-minded Maharaj Nanda gave clothing, ornaments, and cows in charity to the cowherd men in order to please Lord Vishnu, and thus he improved the condition of his own son in all respects. He distributed charity to the Sutas, the Magadhas, the Vandis, and men of all other professions according to their educational qualifications and satisfied everyone's desires. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Although it has become fashionable to speak of Daridra Narayana, the words Vishnor Aradhanarthaya do not mean that all the people were satisfied by Nanda Maharaj in this great ceremony were Vishnus. They were not Daridra, nor were they Narayana. Rather, they were devotees of Narayana, and by their educational qualifications, they would satisfy Narayana. Therefore, satisfying them was an indirect way of satisfying Lord Vishnu. Mad Bhakta Pujabhyadika Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 19th chapter, verse number 21. The Lord says, worshipping my devotees is better than worshipping me directly. The Varnashrama system is entirely meant for Vishnu Aradhana, worship of Lord Vishnu. Varnashramacharavata purushena parapuman Vishnuraradhyate. This is given in the Vishnu Purana 3.8.9. The ultimate goal of life is to please Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Lord. The uncivilized man or materialistic person, however, does not know this aim of life. Nate vidus swarthagatim hi Vishnum. Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 5th chapter, 31st verse. One's real self-interest lies in satisfying Lord Vishnu. Not satisfying Lord Vishnu, but instead attempting to become happy through material adjustments. Bhirarthamaninaha is the wrong way for happiness. Because Vishnu is the root of everything, if Vishnu is pleased, everyone is pleased. In particular, one's children and family members become happy in all respects. Nanda Maharaj wanted to see his newborn child happy. That was his purpose. Therefore, he wanted to satisfy Lord Vishnu. And to satisfy Lord Vishnu, it was necessary to satisfy his devotees, such as the learned Brahmanas, Magadas, and Sutas. Thus, in a roundabout way, ultimately it was Lord Vishnu who was to be satisfied. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. Om Jnanaatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So here is a description of the celebration of Krishna's birth by Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda Mai, and all the cowherd men. They were very happy, jubilant on this occasion. The external reason it appears like because of the newborn child. Nanda Maharaj did not have children for a very long time. So, after a long time, he has got a son. So naturally, he'll be so happy. And in the social circles, if one person has a reason to become happy and he wants to celebrate that, then he will also invite his friends and his relatives, and together they will have a big festival. So Nanda Maharaj naturally, he invited the cowherd men and women. Yashoda Mai invited the women. So then, what's the occasion? We are having a great festival. What's the occasion? Oh, we have got a newborn child. So they are also happy. Oh, very nice, very nice. You didn't have children for a long time. So now you are having a son. Very nice. So please come. Oh, definitely we'll come. So they came with nicely decorated, because it's celebrating a festival. Festival is an occasion to celebrate, to rejoice. So they dressed very nicely, and by the descriptions of how they were dressed, we can understand they were very well-to-do. They were very rich. But what is the source of their income? Simply agriculture and cow protection. That's all. And in contrast today, if somebody has just got some few cows and little agricultural land, a poor man, and even if he tries to somehow make a living out of that, conditions have become so very difficult and horrible that the real farmer, he finds it very, very difficult to maintain himself and his family simply by agriculture and cow protection. We hear farmers commit suicide. Why? Because the whole system is completely spoiled. Formerly, agriculture means, cow protection means, they don't have to spend money for cultivating the land, for keeping cows. Why? Because everything is easily available. Tilling the land, plowing the land, it begins with plowing. So, that they will use bulls. And there will be laborers for doing. And those laborers, they will not charge money. Rather, they'll be completely taken care of by the Vaishyas who are cultivating the land, for whom they will be working. They'll be completely taken care of, fully. So no expenditure in terms of money for the labor. Neither they had to spend on any fertilizer, because plenty of the land itself is fertile, but even if, let us say, some extra fertilizer is required, they have plenty of cow dung. Cow dung is there, and that's the best fertilizer anybody can have, the best. And then what about seeds? So after they till the land, they have to sow the seeds. Plenty of seeds are there from the previous harvest. I don't know whether you are aware. Now they have to purchase seeds. Why? Last year you grew paddy, again this year you're buying seeds. That same paddy, what you've grown, same thing you take and just use that as seeds. Oh no, you cannot use that paddy you cannot use. Why? Nonsensical terminator seed technology. And this they call it advancement of science and technology. What is terminator seed technology? You had to buy seeds from them, and that seed, if you sow, it will only give crop once. That's all. From the seed is coming, new seeds are coming, those new seeds are not going to be useful for growing again. They're useless. Same thing they try to do for fruits, terminator seed technology. But fruit seeds, they could not do anything. So make fruits seedless. Make fruits seedless. Otherwise, Krishna's arrangement is, the seeds, nobody has to buy any seeds. There are plenty of seeds. Whether you take fruits, or you take vegetables, or you take grains, or you take dal, plenty of seeds are there. So you never have to buy. Even my grandfather, I'm talking about 50 years back, 60 years back, he has never purchased seeds in the entire life. Never, never, never. Why? Because he never had terminator seed technology. So they have spoiled the whole thing. And then, because they are not able to properly cultivate the land due to so many different nonsensical reasons, they give pesticide. That seed will grow, whatever they purchase, for it to grow nicely, you have to put fertilizer, chemical fertilizer. Cow dung, it will not work. Because the seed is manufactured by them. That will grow nicely only if you buy their fertilizer. So they'll sell fertilizer, they'll sell seeds, make business out of it. The poor farmer, he doesn't have money. So what will he do? Oh, take loan. And then that loan he has to repay after getting the crop, selling that, and then he can repay. So if he tries to sell in the market, he won't get good price at all. Some little money government may give. And that also, the government will not give money actually, because he has taken loan. So first thing he has to repay the loan. So he goes to sell, nobody will buy. And then government will buy and say, you clear your loan first. So after clearing the loan, whether he is going to have some balance money or not, mostly no. So what does he do? So actually, in contrast to that, you read this. This is a fact. First of all, you should understand these are all real incidents. You don't even have to refer this. Just go 100 years back in this country. 50 years back. Nobody would purchase seeds. Nobody would purchase fertilizer. Nobody would purchase pesticides. That's another big business worldwide. Pesticides. Means some insects, some worms will come and eat away while your grain is growing or while your vegetable is growing. So they have to spray these pesticides. And that nonsensical pesticide is not safe for us. It is harmful for us. We want vegetables, we want grains. But you cannot grate grains without pesticide. Because after you harvest, you wash the vegetable nicely, some residue remains. Some residue remains. However nicely you wash, some little remains. So this is their nonsensical technology. So I was speaking to one agricultural university professor. Sir, why this terminator seed technology? Why have scientists done this? They spoiled entire agriculture by that. No, you do not know. If you don't rejuvenate the seeds by doing something in the laboratory, then the seeds will go on losing their potency. And gradually the seeds will become useless. Millions of years we have never manufactured seeds. Where is the potency lost? When did your technology come? Just 30, 40 years back. Before that, people were not living, they were not growing grains, they were not growing vegetables. And he's an elderly person. So I said, in your childhood, did your father ever buy? Your father was having some land? Yes. Did he ever buy seeds? No. He never bought seeds. So he's not able to answer. What is the reason? You see, it's a total cheating. That seeds are useless. The poor farmers, they believe that. And your father ever purchased pesticides in his life? Because they were not available to purchase. Where was pesticide available? Seeds not available for purchase, even if you want to. Fertilizer not available. Pesticide not available. It is not manufactured by anybody in this country. So this is a big cheating that is going on. And the real people who grow, the honest farmers, they become poor. And who is making money? Those nonsensical persons who are selling seeds, who are manufacturing seeds, who are manufacturing pesticides, who are manufacturing fertilizers. They are becoming rich and making the farmers poor. You see, please understand this so-called advancement of science and technology is total nonsense it is. When you consider the condition of the poor farmers. Now they got tractors. Prabhupada points out this when he is going on a morning walk. He was going in the fields in Vrindavan, near the fields, and devotees saw one farmer plowing the land with tractor. So then they said, one devotee told Prabhupada, India is now becoming very advanced. They're not using bulls anymore. Prabhupada said, that tractor has killed the whole Vedic civilization in India. Why? Why do you say it's killed the Vedic civilization? Huh? Now you see that farmer using tractor. He's not using bulls. Okay? So, why is he not using bulls? Because bulls don't work. Two bulls will not do as much work as a tractor can do. And to get the tractor on rent or something like that is cheaper than having so many bulls, maintaining the bulls, and getting labor for plowing the land using bulls. So much labor I have to get. And labor, I have to pay so much money for the labor. Why you have to pay money for the labor? Because I cannot maintain the labors. I cannot keep him, give him food, give him place for stay, give him his all his requirements. I cannot do that. So I have to give him some money and say, you maintain yourself. How is it you have become poor? Because of all this nonsensical technology. You see? So it's a vicious cycle. It started with, how it started is actually, not that the seeds were had become important, the old technology, the Vedic way of growing food, but just that the seeds, they wanted to improve the yield. Formerly, if they used to sow some seeds, whatever the harvest they were getting, they said, we should improve the yield. We should make it double, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. And for that, they did so many things. And immediately, farmers are seeing, oh, this new technology seeds, they are giving so much of increased yield. Nobody is asking, you got increased yield, what is the damage that is doing to the soil? Nobody is asking, what is the damage it is doing to our health? That new technology seeds. Nobody is asking, what else you are doing apart from manufacturing the seed? For the seed to give big yield, you also have to use their fertilizers, otherwise it will not give big yield. Then you have to use pesticides if you want big yield. You see? So, seed means you also have to buy fertilizers and pesticides. So initially they said, you just spend little money. Okay, you spend little money, not very expensive. Seeds are not very expensive. Initially they'll give at small price. Little money you spend for seeds, little money for pesticides, little money for fertilizers, very cheap. And initially they even give free. You see? And the farmers, they initially took, thinking we'll get big yield. They got big yield, they're very happy. Again they're going, oh, you have to pay little more. Little more you have to pay this time, second time. Little more, okay, we'll pay. A little more did not remain like that. It has become so very expensive now. So very expensive. And now, if they try to grow the regular seeds they use and try to grow, even if they get from somebody else, first of all, difficult to get those seeds. Okay? But if you somehow get those seeds, you have already poisoned the soil by your nonsensical fertilizer, chemical fertilizer and chemical pesticide. You poison the soil. It will not grow. Those seeds will not grow. The original seeds will not grow. It will not grow anymore. And now they are telling, this professor told me, oh, seeds don't have potency. You sow the seeds, it doesn't grow. Why is it not growing? Not because seeds don't have potency, it's because your nonsensical pesticides and fertilizers have poisoned the soil. So like this, we have to appreciate from the pages of the Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita and all the Vedic literature, we have got a glorious culture and we are losing that, because of which we are becoming, in so many ways, we are losing. Not just some festivals are missing or some culture is missing. No, it's even money. So much money we are losing. Because to grow food now, we have to spend so much money to grow. To maintain cows, you have to spend money. Formerly, you see, they used to grow. For growing, there is no expenditure. Now, for maintaining the cows, Prabhupada says this in one discourse, that when you take the grains, what remains, that is meant for feeding the cows. You take vegetables, whatever the peel of the vegetables or the fruits, the external skin, that you feed the cows. And cow is such a nice animal. It takes this, whatever leftover after your harvest of the grains, leftover after you cut the vegetables, peel the vegetables and cut the vegetables, vegetable waste, what we call as waste for us. And whatever peel remains, banana for example, you peel the banana, the cow will happily eat the banana peel. Of course, now we cannot give because the peel is full of all kinds of nonsensical pesticides and chemicals. That's why we can't feed the cow with that anymore. Otherwise, if the peel or the vegetable, the vegetable skin, not having any pesticides, it is very healthy for the cow. Cow will happily eat that. Happily they will eat. And you don't have to spend for feeding the cow. Now everyone has to spend for cow feed, purchase cow feed. Purchase cow feed. You see? So like this, everything has become spoiled. The whole culture has become spoiled. This is just one small example I am giving. I can give hundreds of examples. We were happily using so many natural things. They replaced with so many artificial things. The biggest artificial thing that is replaced is this plastic items. There is plenty of earth available, and with earth, clay, they would make so many things. Now all those clay things are not available. Everything replaced with plastic. And that plastic, you know how many problems we have because of plastic. So much problem. Like that, every single field where they dabbled with agriculture, they ruined our civilization. They promised that they will improve. Bigger yield, better fruit. Only the appearance of the fruit looks better. Like now you compare that apples which are imported with the natural apples we get from our own country, Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh and all that. Those imported apples look very, very nice, very shining. And I heard recently that even shining also they put some wax, as if the existing shine is not enough. More shine, more shine. High pressure selling technique. And then the taste is not as good as our natural apples. Only the looks are good. And our natural apple, after you get it, it comes from a far distance, it will not stay very long. But this apple, imported apple, 3 months you keep, even without refrigeration, nothing happens to it. As it is, it will remain. Oh, that's our new technology. Fruits remain fresh for 3 months. And our natural apple, maximum 15 days, 1 month. I don't know how long it stays, Prabhu. He's from Kashmir. 1 month, na? 1 mahina rahega na, after you pluck it. After that, it will not remain fresh, correct? So this apple, 3 months, fresh. So all these things are big cheating actually. And I've observed, because every day I take apple, so when it is not season, we still get those apples, those imported apples. We get our apples, natural apples, we get only in season, otherwise we don't get it. So those imported apples, they're still crunchy, even after 3 months. They're full juicy, but the taste is terrible compared to our natural apple. So, last month I was in US, so I visited California. They grow very nice apples there. So I tasted that local farmers market, what apples they purchase, one of the devotees. It's so very tasty. It is exactly like our Kashmir apple. I said, we import apples and our imported apple is not like this. They say they keep all the good apples in America, natural apples which they grow, very nicely grows. For export, they got special apples. Because that same natural apple will not stay if they export it from America, and they can't sell so quickly. So they'll keep it 3 months. So all nonsense they have done. That apple nobody touches in America. What we are importing from America, Washington apples, nobody buys that. Nobody buys that. So they don't eat this apple we are importing from America. They eat nice natural apples. And they grow very easily. There is no need for any fertilizer, pesticides for those apples. One devotee's home I had gone. He is having so many trees. Orange tree, lemon tree, and no maintenance. Simply they grow plenty of oranges, only in season. But now we are getting oranges, this hybrid oranges or whatever, the technology orange, always available. Am I correct, Prakash Prabhu? His name is Prapanna Palaka Prabhu. Prapanna Palaka Prabhu. Am I correct? Imported orange ಎಲ್ಲವಾಗಲೂ ಸಿಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ? It's not seasonal alva. Am I correct? Whereas, so always available. So there he said these oranges is growing on his tree in California. His house, one tree is there, orange tree. It is only producing in season. Some 2 or 3 months, that's all. That's all. Only in season he gets it. And no maintenance required. So my point is how the cowherd men were so rich. How rich they were. At least now we don't see so many rich farmers. That the cows they gave in charity, they were decorated with golden ornaments, the cows. And they were wrapped in silken cloth. Real silk. There was nothing like artificial silk those days anyway. It didn't exist. So, that many riches were distributed. On the occasion, some occasion, festival occasion means, very important aspect of the festival is distributing in charity. And why he should distribute in charity? Vishnor Aradhanarthaya. For the sake of pleasing Vishnu. The great-minded Maharaj Nanda gave clothing, ornaments and cows in charity to the cowherd men in order to please Lord Vishnu. He not only distributed to the cowherd men, but he also distributed charity to the Sutas, Magadas, Vandis, men of all other professions according to their educational qualifications. So somebody is educationally qualified, that they won't work and get money, but they will go on such occasions or whatever teaching or learning they have, or whatever learning they have, they use for teaching or glorifying or telling some history, narrating some historical incidents. So they are given dakshina. And the dakshina is what? Not some currency notes. Real gold, real grains, real silk cloth. Everything, all their necessities is given in charity. All their necessities are taken care of. So, This is the actually civilization. And one more last point I'll make and I'll close. Prabhupada says, they speak of Daridra Narayana Seva. This is because they think that everyone is God. That is total nonsense. Nobody is God other than God. Narayana is God. Others whom we may name Narayana, just so that we are able to chant the name of Narayana and get benefit anyway, like Ajamila. He named his son as Narayana. But that doesn't mean son is Narayana. Son is actually a devotee of Narayana. So actual name of the son is Narayana Dasa. That's the complete name. But for calling, you may not call him Narayana Dasa, you call him Narayana, it's okay. Whether you call him Narayana Dasa or Narayana, you are uttering the holy name of the Supreme Lord. That is the important point. But in any case, nobody thinks his name is Narayana, so he has become Narayana. But this is a nonsensical philosophy. Everyone is God. And particularly, if you want to serve God, you should serve God in the form of Daridra Narayana. Daridra Narayana is poor Narayana. Poor Narayana. So poor people, when they want to do some celebration, they'll say, we don't want to celebrate any other way other than feeding or giving dakshina or giving some charity to the poor people. And that poor people, because Shastras say you have to worship the Supreme Lord, Krishna says, Yat karoshi yadashnasi yad juhoshi dadasi yat. Whatever charity you give it to me, Krishna says. Tat kurushva madarpanam. So you should give to Krishna. Then people say, why we should give to God? God is anyway rich. He's got everything. He doesn't require anything. He is not poor. You should give to poor people. Krishna says, give me. And these rascals say, don't give to Krishna. And give to whom? Poor people. And if somebody says, Shastra says you give to Narayana. Oh, not that Narayana. You give to this Narayana. Daridra Narayana you give. See, that Narayana doesn't require. He is Lakshmipati. He doesn't require. This Narayana is in need. So give to this Narayana, Daridra Narayana. So this Daridra Narayana is total concoction. You don't give charity to the others who may not be rich by way of Daridra Narayana Seva. But rather you give charity to them for their Seva for Narayana, which they are doing. Like what will they come and glorify? They'll glorify the Supreme Lord. They'll glorify the Supreme Lord. They will teach the scriptures which glorify the Lord. So, even those educationally qualified people, though they may not have money, they may not earn money by way of teaching or something, but they will get all their necessities simply by receiving charity on special occasions. So Nanda Maharaj definitely did worship Vishnu to celebrate his son's birth, but he also gave charity to Brahmanas, Sutas, Magadas, Vandis, everybody he gave charity. And for what purpose did he give? To please the real Narayana. To please the real Narayana. Why? Narayana is pleased because the whole celebration is resulting in glorifying Narayana, remembering Narayana, worshipping Narayana, offering food to Narayana and distributing the prasadam to all those who are participating in the celebration. So that's why Narayana is pleased by such celebration. Narayana is not expecting that you will worship Daridra Narayana and he will be pleased. No. That's not the way to please Narayana. That's not the way to worship Narayana either. So worship Narayana means actually worship Narayana. And not Daridra. There's no Daridra Narayana. Narayana cannot be Daridra, Daridra cannot be Narayana. Narayana is always Lakshmipati. So, the correct understanding, as Prabhupada says, is that he worshipped Vishnu and distributed charity to all the Sutas, Magadas, doesn't mean they receive charity, they become Narayana. They were not Narayana. But they received charity because of the reason that Nanda Maharaj wants to please Vishnu. Vishnu Aradhanarthaya. Therefore, he actually distributed charity. Let's stop here. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.